Welcome back to Senior Health Tips, where we focus on your health, your safety, and your future. Today, we're talking about something incredibly serious, something that could happen to any one of us, especially as we age: stroke. Every single year, nearly 800,000 people suffer a stroke in the United States alone. That's more than one person every 40 seconds. But here's the good news: strokes can often be prevented. And when they do happen, quick action can mean the difference between recovery and permanent damage. That's why today I'm sharing with you the 10 warning signs of stroke that you must never ignore. These signs may seem small at first: a little weakness, a bit of confusion, a strange feeling in your arm or face. But they're not small. They are your brain's way of screaming for help. And if you catch them early, you can get the treatment you need and possibly save your own life. So grab a cup of tea, sit back, and really listen to this, because what I'm about to share could protect you and your loved ones in a moment of crisis. Let's begin with warning sign number 1. Sudden numbness or weakness, especially on one side of the body. Imagine waking up and feeling like your arm is asleep, but it's not. Or maybe you try to walk, but one leg doesn't move quite right. This is one of the most common signs of stroke. It happens when blood flow to part of the brain is blocked, and that part can no longer control the muscles on the opposite side of the body. This isn't something to wait and see. It's something to act on immediately. If it affects your arm, your leg, or your face, get help right away. And speaking of the face, sign number 2 is sudden facial drooping. You might look in the mirror and see one side of your face sagging. Or a loved one might say, "Why are you smiling funny?" This droop often affects the mouth or eye on one side. A simple way to test it is to smile. If one side doesn't move, that's a red flag. Sign number 3 is sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or difficulty understanding speech. This is a big one, and it often surprises people. You're talking just fine one moment, and the next, your words come out slurred. Or you're trying to read something simple, but it doesn't make sense. One elderly man once said, "It felt like my brain was full of jelly. The words were there, but I couldn't get them out." If this happens to you or someone near you, don't assume it's fatigue or stress. It could be a stroke in progress. Sign number 4 is trouble seeing in one or both eyes. This can be complete blindness in one eye or partial loss of vision, like a shadow falling across your field of view. Sometimes it feels like a curtain is closing. In some cases, it might be double vision. Your eyes are working, but your brain isn't processing the signals properly. Any sudden change in vision, especially if it comes on without warning, deserves immediate attention. Sign number 5 is dizziness, loss of balance, or trouble walking. We all feel dizzy sometimes when we stand up too fast or when we're dehydrated. But stroke-related dizziness is different. It's sudden, it's extreme, and it often comes with other symptoms like nausea or unsteady gait. One woman said she felt like the floor was tilting under her feet. If your balance suddenly disappears, that's not something to brush off. Sign number 6 is a sudden severe headache, the worst headache of your life. This is more common with hemorrhagic strokes, which involve bleeding in the brain. It can come on like a thunderclap. Boom, and you're overwhelmed. It's not a typical tension headache. It doesn't get better when you lie down. It might be accompanied by vomiting, confusion, or even fainting. If you ever feel a headache, that's unlike anything you felt before, get help fast. Now let's go a little deeper. Sign number 7 is sudden trouble with coordination or movement. You might drop something, stumble for no reason, or suddenly find your hands shaking. Fine motor skills, like writing or buttoning a shirt, become difficult. Some people say it feels like their limbs aren't listening to their brain. If this happens, and you don't have a history of these issues, it could be a stroke warning. Sign number 8 is fatigue or sudden weakness with no clear cause. This is one that's often missed, especially by seniors. You might feel extremely tired, like someone turned off your power switch. You just want to lie down and sleep. One man said, "It felt like all the energy drained out of me, like my body was underwater." If that hits you without warning, especially along with other signs, don't dismiss it as just a lazy day. It could be serious. Sign number 9 is a sudden drop in alertness or consciousness. You may find it hard to stay awake, or someone might be talking to you and your responses are slow and strange. This can look like intoxication or even a blood sugar crash. But in older adults, it's often a silent stroke warning. Family members may notice you seem off, slower than usual. Listen to them. If something feels wrong, it probably is. And finally, sign number 10, the FAST test. FAST is an easy way to remember stroke symptoms. F for face. Ask the person to smile. Does one side droop? A for arms. Ask them to raise both arms. Does one arm drift down? S for speech. Ask them to say a simple sentence. Is it slurred or strange? T for time. Time to call emergency services immediately. Every second counts. For every minute a stroke goes untreated, millions of brain cells can die. So let's recap quickly. Sudden numbness or weakness, facial drooping, trouble speaking, vision changes, dizziness or loss of balance, severe headache, loss of coordination, unusual fatigue, drop in alertness, and the FAST test. These are not symptoms to ignore. They are your body's fire alarm. And here's something important. Strokes don't always come with all the signs. Sometimes it's just one. Sometimes they come and go. A mini stroke or TIA, transient ischemic attack, can last just a few minutes, but it's a huge warning that a bigger stroke could come soon. If you had a TIA, even if you feel fine now, see your doctor immediately. I want to tell you the story of Janet, age 68. One morning, she spilled her coffee. Not a big deal. But then she couldn't pick up her spoon. Her husband noticed her smile looked a little off. They called 911, and it was a stroke. Because they acted fast, she got treatment within the golden window. And today, she's fully recovered. That's the power of awareness. That's why this video matters. So if you've watched this far, I want to thank you. You're protecting yourself and the people you love. And if you take one thing away from this, let it be this. Don't wait. Don't hope it goes away. If something feels wrong, act fast. It's better to go to the ER and find out it was nothing than to ignore the signs and suffer irreversible damage. Before we go, I'd love to hear from you. Have you or someone you know ever experienced a stroke or mini stroke? What signs did you see? Share in the comments. Your experience could help someone else recognize the danger and act in time. If this video helped you, please like it and share it with friend or family. You never know who needs to hear this message today. And make sure you're subscribed to Senior Health Tips, where we talk honestly and simply about staying safe, strong, and healthy after 60. Until next time, take care of your brain. It's the most important part of you, and we'll see you in the next video.